Right, so I just put some tracks up on Bandcamp, zengl.bandcamp.com. Go check it out. The album is called You Have Both of Us from These Days. Do a little video here where I break down the patch as I take it apart and talk through. In this case, I'm working with the Make Noise No Coast, the Bastl Kastl micro synth, and the new FX unit from Koma, the Field Kit FX. Those three components plugged together. So I think of this as my desktop kit, a portable kit. So let's go take a look at the different tracks. So the first of the tracks, which I called Me Yesterday, is based around the Kastl, this micro synth here from Bastl. I love this thing. It has, I think, a bit of a reputation for being noisy, unpredictable, which it certainly can be. But I also find that it can be quite sweet. Right. This particular patch is one I like, and I think the key, you can see all the different cables in here to patch itself, but the key that I find here is that the LFO is slowly changing the wave shape, which gives it sort of that distinctive timbral shift periodically. I've also got some pitch sequencing going on in there. At the same time, you can see I'm using the built-in control voltage sequencer from the Koma, and sending that step in, and I'm using that then also to modify the steps, which is what's changing the pitch. So in addition to the built-in sequencing from the Kastl, that's also being modified by the slow cadence of the sequencer on the Koma. So I have the Kastl also going into the spring reverb on the Koma, with a fair bit of feedback, and I mixed the two together. So what I actually did on the track was I started with the regular, without any modification, that I mixed in. So it's almost like counterpoint with itself at that point, the feedback of the spring reverb. So one of my favorite patches on the No Coast sounds like this. So this cascading sound, and that is coming from the delay on the FX. If I take the delay off, what you're hearing then is the sound directly from the No Coast, and what I'm using here is the slope to set the tempo, which then triggers everything. But mixed into the slope is randomness on the time of the rise, which is why you're getting that sort of kind of erratic bursts. And then if I add in feedback, now the different voices that you're hearing comes because on the field kit, again, I've got the sequencer again, which is incredibly useful, controlling the amount of the so in the middle of the bursts, that will change and it will sound like a totally different instrument. If I change the rise and fall here, the tempo changes, I can add in more randomness. less. So I'm not going to say a whole lot about the last track, which is called Both Tomorrow, because it was sort of one of those magic things where the components are just too simple, really. You know, I had my no coast kind of on a simple pattern, and then I just very slowly changed characteristics of the filters and then at the same time I had the Kastl churning along, and I just kind of manually set the rate so it was the same. And then messed around with the timbre. But see what I mean about it being so simple? The fact that it lasted then 6 minutes, and each of those tiny manual adjustments had a powerful thing. Yeah. So I don't say too much more about it than that, in case the magic goes away. Okay, good. So that's that. That's the breakdown for the patches for the new album, available on Bandcamp, zenglob.bandcamp.com. You have both of us from these days. Check it out, have a listen, download, stream it,